Today we're making the ultimate Japanese rice bowl dish, Oyako Donburi. In Japan, you'll find it served all over the place as a very popular street food. You're not gonna find it much in the States, however, but it's totally worth making it yourself at home. It incorporates the simple but deep flavored combinations of premium soy sauce, kombu, sake, mirin, all with a chefy omelet on top. What's happening, team? I'm Jet Tila, and this is Ready Jet Cook, where I show you how to make my favorite Asian dishes from pantry to plate. But before we get into it, please take a minute and subscribe below. Let's get started. So donburi in Japan is a collection of basically rice bowl dishes. And to make them, I'm gonna need to grab premium soy sauce and some sake. So we're making Oyako Donburi, which means parent and child. And in this case, it basically means chicken and egg. But you can get beef donburi, curry donburi, pork katsu donburi. I could go on forever, but this is gonna teach you the base. I'm gonna start by making the sauce, which is also the marinade for the chicken. Most donburi is made from this formulation of sauce. I'm gonna start with premium soy sauce. I know, man, it is so confusing because there's 1,000 types of soy sauces. For this dish, since it's Japanese, use a Japanese soy sauce first, product of Japan. And premium soy sauce really refers to the way that they are making the soy sauce. This is a brewed soy sauce, and the soybeans are naturally fermented. Basically, it's kind of like there are a lot of levels of wine. This is not the $2 stuff. This is the nice $15 to $20 stuff. So it's gonna have more body, better flavor. And this is what you're gonna wanna use for good cooked Japanese food. So next is gonna be sake right into the marinade. Sake in Japan just translates to booze. So everything is sake, beer, wine, spirits. If you wanna really impress your friends, this is called nihonshu. Nihonshu is made of rice and it's fermented. So again, sake, okay, but nihonshu will make you sound like a pro. Next, key ingredient in Japanese cooking is mirin, a sweetened version of sake. It's made of rice, it's fermented, so very key when creating like teriyaki sauces, noodle sauces, and especially donburi sauce. Next ingredient, kombu. So kombu is a kelp leaf. They harvest it from the ocean, and that's what we're looking for. That natural sea salt that's gonna create a ton of umami. So what we're gonna do is just throw that into the sauce, and we're trying to extract that top layer. Last two ingredients you know really well, sugar, and then just a little bit of water. There it is, we've just made donburi sauce. This can sit out until we're ready to cook. It only gets better as it sits. So next, we need to cut the chicken to marinate in the sauce. So yes, I'm using chicken thigh because chicken thigh has fat and flavor. I'm just cutting it into nice thin strips. Skinless, boneless thighs, chicken breast if you must. Both will work great. I'm gonna grab a separate bowl to marinate the chicken with. I'm gonna take a little bit of the marinade to marinate the chicken because remember, this is a marinade and a sauce as well. So let's get this coated very well. Let's talk about rice. This is a Japanese rice bowl, so we have to start with Japanese short grain rice. Easiest rice to make in all of the Asian rices because the ratio of water to rice in Japan is 1:1. So 1 part rice to 1 part water. Steam, which means simmer for 20 minutes, and this is what you get right here. 20 minutes cooked, 20 minutes rested, and you absolutely want to be fluffing your rice before you serve it. So in Asia, you know, the rice bowl also symbolizes your business, your marriage, your house. So yo, don't go breaking rice grains because it's bad juju. For the donburi, I'm gonna preload the rice bowl and I'm not seasoning the rice at all. I want a decent bed of rice so the beautiful donburi egg and chicken can sit right over the top. All right, so that's ready to go. Scallions, root, tip, let's get rid of that. I like to cut it right where the whites meet the greens, and then a nice thin bias slice. The onion here is to be sauteed with the chicken, so I'm gonna keep it nice and thin. I like to cut them in half and then peel them. See the rainbow? Make sure the root end is on your weak hand side, and just slice thin. And don't eat a lot because I'm just making 2 rice bowls. All right, in Japan, donburi is made with these amazing little donburi pots. They're 2 pieces, the handle which attaches to the pot, and then the lid. So you fire the little meat and egg in here, and you cap it, let it steam out, and once you're done, you grab it and you slide it right over the rice bowl. These are not easy to find, but you don't need them. If you can find them, super fun. But in America, everyone's got an omelet pan, okay? So 6 to 8 inch omelet pan. We're gonna get that over high heat. So first step is to add a little bit of oil. I wanna get my eggs ready. So as that pan is heating up, I just wanna make sure my eggs are beaten together. And I'm looking at my pan to see that oil getting right to that point where it's gonna start to smoke. So a nice searing temperature. So we're in it, we're ready to go. The oil is getting quite hot. I'm gonna start by putting a few pieces of chicken in there. Remember, there's sake in the sauce and it can be flammable. And then I'm gonna put some onion in. I want that chicken to sear, get about 75% cooked through. I want those onions to brown and get super sweet. It's time to deglaze this with more of the sauce. So I'm gonna add half this sauce, because this recipe makes 2 beautiful donburis. What's happening in the pan is all of that fond, all the chicken and onion pieces that are brown stuck to the pan are basically just creating more flavor. The sauce is actually now deglazing, lifting it up. Once I bring this to the boil, the sauce kind of reduces a little bit, picks up all the flavors and helps cook the chicken through. The liquid is coming to a boil. It's starting to reduce. I wanna make sure my chicken's just a little bit more cooked through. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna throw my egg in there. It's gonna create this loose raft, almost like a custard, and all that flavor is gonna get suspended in this raft. We're gonna place it over the rice bowl, and it's gonna be this kind of self-basting experience. All right, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. I've got a nice simmer, and I'm gonna just throw my eggs in. As you can see it immediately already starting to congeal. I'm gonna throw my lid on, and we're gonna watch this egg start to absorb that liquid and create this kind of custardy, beautiful omelet. So like I said, back in Japan, when you're actually watching these street vendors do this, you can see up to like 8 to 10 different donburi pots, and each one could have a different filling in it. It is pretty awesome. So what we're looking for is that fluffy egg to congeal in the middle, but not be overcooked. We gotta get that rice bowl ready to go, and let's check it out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. It's this gorgeous chicken egg little omelet. It's hard to call this an omelet, but I think it's an omelet. So I'm looking for a rice bowl that's the appropriate size, so when I slide this omelet out, I get all that juice, look at all that, and I get it right on top, like a lid. Oh man. This really is the ultimate Japanese comfort food. These are molten lava hot, so do be careful. It's so fluffy. And although there's chicken and egg in there, it's cooked so tender. All that sauce has concentrated and based the rice. I hope I've introduced you to the world of donburi. This specifically is Oyako Donburi, the chicken and egg don. Go ahead, make this, order it. It's gonna be your new favorite rice bowl. Guys, if you like this recipe, please smash that like button. Throw your comments below. Make sure you're keeping up with everything we're doing here on Ready Jet Cook, and we'll see you later.